Good evening, I'm Ben Orlando.
I'm Mordecai Lucky.
And welcome to
This Just In,
where we go around the world and dissect what is just in.
That is such a shitty f***ing pun.
I swear, I didn't make it. It was the producer.
Fine. So what's on our plate?
Let me think. Besides presidential debate?
Besides that bullshit.
Well, you're just gonna have to wait to find out.
Is that the next thing?
Yes, it is.
Well, f***.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
You wouldn't let money just blow out of your house. So when your AC or heater is on, make sure the doors, windows, and fireplace flue are shut tight. If you're headed out, turn down the AC or lower the heat by 10 degrees. And always keep your water heater set at 120. A little bit of common sense goes a long way. Get more great tips at energysaver.gov.
Hello, guys. Evening, everybody. My name is Mordecai Lucky, and welcome back to This Just In. Now, you know the awkward moment when everybody's thinking the same thing and someone just says it? Well, Bernie won. He finally won. He's in office. He's making changes. Everything is great. I'm kidding. It's about the presidential debate. Anyway, all right. I have to talk about this. I don't want to, but whatever. All right. So Hillary's a part of this. Bernie's a part of this. There's 3 other people I don't care about, but I have to talk about them. I'm surprised we even had a debate because, frankly, the DNC cut it down from 26 from 2006 to 6. So that's something. Not really, because it doesn't make any changes. So, good job. Now, of course, we have to talk about the other 3, even though they're not the breadwinners. We have, let's see, Martin O'Malley, Lincoln Chafee, and Jim Webb. Yeah, who the cares about them? Anyway, the overall scores from the national debate that night were from CNN, and we saw that Clinton actually won. Which, okay. First one president, maybe. That's cool. Awesome. I don't really care. However, that poll that they showed, it disappeared. Yeah, it's gone. And online polls tell a different story that, that Bernie won, but CNN has a classic defense for this. They say that online polls are scientifically invalid due to seeing as they can be flooded by anyone to suggest their own agenda or narrative, which, okay, cool, that's fine. But a counterpoint to that would be our generation is roughly supporters for Bernie Sanders, and they're the younger crowd, and they always use social media, so sorry, kind of works there. Oh, by this point, CNN is owned by Time Warner Incorporated, which is also a donor to Hillary Clinton. So, yeah. Sorry, Clinton. What was once commonplace, as we all know, is but a greedy necessity. The world runs on money, especially politics. Now, as my correspondents, we and my colleagues and I are obligated to being politically independent as to not support a certain agenda, unlike Fox News, which is totally Republican. However, what we do support is common sense across the board. That, and I can say this, no matter the issues, if it's education or healthcare reform, it doesn't really matter. We have to do what we have to do. Even if they think in a clinical sense, like, change is a downward spiral, but change will happen sooner or later. It's slow, but it comes in time. A common American belief is that our votes don't matter because of the Electoral College. They do matter because it's showing your support for whichever candidate you choose. Hopefully you don't choose any certain candidates, like, I don't know, in terms of common sense, Donald Trump, Ben Carson, Mike Huckabee. Please don't choose Huckabee. Please. Look. Don't choose them, please. Please don't. Anyway, I'm done. I don't want to talk about this. This is bullshit. I want to go home. I want to go snuggle with my dog or something. So, coming back will be Ben Orlando in about 2 seconds, and he'll take you all down to North Korea. Have fun. Don't stay in school. Suck a lot of dick.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course.
Welcome back, everyone, and now it's time to go somewhere no one goes, unless your name is Dennis Rodman. Then that means North Korea. That's right, I'm talking about one of the most violent places in the world, North Korea. North of South Korea, home of starving children and nuclear weapons. That's right, nuclear weapon tests. Now, if you haven't heard the recent tests that North Korea has been doing, you're living under a rock, and I suggest you stay under there. Now, of course, what do you think countries do to ask North Korea to stop? They ask them nicely. Seriously, they just ask them. North Korea rejected talks about ending its nuclear program, and instead demanded that Washington come to the table and negotiate a peace treaty, because North and South Korea are apparently still at war, a war that people on our side of the world don't really pay attention to. Of course, President Obama has related this to the Iran deal. The Iran deal that is not really working out, since recently Iran actually tested nuclear weapons. That's right, Iran shockingly tested nuclear weapons. Can't you tell by my face how shocked I am that Iran tested nuclear missiles? Some deal that really worked out, didn't it, President? Now, of course, Obama said there's some flaws in this deal. Really? There's some flaws. You don't say. Violations are not being broken because they're violations that aren't even put in. In fact, you can actually relate this to the bro codes. Like how we create the bro codes, and one bro goes and does something that should have been there. However, it's not there, so we meet and we fix things, and of course, we add them to the bro codes. You're never going to forget that similarity. Anyway, when we come back, rapid fire will be up. So stay tuned, everybody.
Congrats on paying off all those student loans.
Finally, right?
I'm kind of living paycheck to paycheck right now.
Well, have you tried saving?
Bill collectors, they're the worst. Am I right?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
We finally bought a place.
You seriously have enough saved to do that?
We've been putting a little aside each month.
So at the end of the month, we have nothing left to save. How is my account overdrawn?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
Okay, everyone, it's time for rapid fire, where we quickly run through some topics from the past week. Sort of like Mordecai's.
Nope.
Come on, you sure? It'll make coping.
No. Anyway, let's talk about Mike.
Mike and X?
No, not Mike and Ike's. Our good friend, the best man in the world, Mike Huckabee.
Huckabee.
Yeah, Huckabee.
Mike Huckabee.
You know, you talk about school shootings, that stuff.
That's kind of dark. Can we not?
No, we're going to talk about school shootings. Okay?
Please?
Fine. What do you think he endorses, other than school shootings? Take a guess. Come on.
It's not Mike and X, right?
No, it's not f***ing Mike.
All right.
It's Huckabee. So, yeah. Anyway,
Prayer in school.
other than that, he endorses that poor people should be sold as slaves, people. Slaves.
Mike Huckabee, slaves. Really? Are you sure this isn't being spun a certain way?
You're playing devil's advocate.
Mikey has said some things, to be fair, but what's the context?
Alright. During a radio interview, Mike spoke to the radio host, his name was Jan Nicholson, who mentions from the Old Testament that poor people should be put into slavery if they couldn't afford restitution from their crimes.
Old Testament? Interesting concepts.
Yeah. Which could conflict, obviously, with today's standards. Huckabee also states, and I quote, "Sometimes the best way to deal with a non-violent criminal behavior is what he just suggested. Slavery."
So, even the non-violent...
Everyone, no matter their job, would be considered a slave under Mike's skewed f***ing moral compass. Unless you're the 1%. As if slavery was morally acceptable. What's the f***ing next topic?
Well, remember the aunt who attempted to sue her nephew?
Oh yeah, for a good $127,000.
Really? It was that much?
Yeah, good job.
Man, just an update on that story. She says she felt rather uncomfortable about the situation.
Uncomfortable? Really?
Yeah, apparently she was squeezed by the insurance company. In the suit, as he was the reason that she fell. Her attorneys say that she filed the suit after the insurance company decided to give her $1 for the accident.
Oh, boo-hoo.
$1 can buy you in Arizona.
Hey, there you go.
But it gets better. She appeared on ABC and said that he loved her and he would never do anything to hurt her. That she being victimized and shouldn't be treated this way.
So either it's a form of mob mentality, which America's always known for, Salem witch trials, example, or this is some old bullshit.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, she'll probably try to kill the kid and get his insurance policy.
Yeah.
How about we go back to the presidential race?
All right, let me guess. This is Hillary Clinton hoarding those EQ votes again.
To the Gap?
Go to the Gap.
No. As Bernie Sanders says, enough about your damn emails.
So this is about Trump, right?
Oh yeah. Presidential candidate Jeb Bush stated in an interview that you cannot trust Donald Trump with our nuclear codes. Now this comes from an ongoing war of words between the two.
Would you trust him with the nuclear codes?
Picture this, are you ready?
Would you really trust him with the nuclear codes?
Just listen to this. If he was president, I imagine he would just make an app. So he could do it from anywhere. Like, you know, he'll be on vacation on his own island somewhere. And, you know, he'll get a phone call, there's trouble overseas. He'll just pull out the iBomb app. He'll push the virtual button, and he'll say...
You must have given this a
There was
lot
an
of
app for
thought.
that. What?
There's an app for that? Just shut up. No one gives a pay raise for those puns anyway.
There's an app for that too.
Speaking of apps, Netflix.
Did they raise the prices again?
No. I mean, no, not this time. They did the impossible, actually.
Let me guess. A new season of Orange of the New Black is already out.
I don't know. Is it out?
I don't know. Do you want it to be out?
I mean, I wish it was, but I guess it's not.
It's not out.
No, they made movie theaters hate them after releasing their own feature film, Beast of No Nation, starring Idris Elba and directed by Kara Fukunaga. Netflix has also pushed the film with a limited release. Major theaters like AMC boycotted it because who would come to the movie theaters if it's online?
I mean, everybody knows a website or two where they can watch movies that are already in theaters.
Or a homeboy or an uncle who has it in their trunk, so, you know. They always promise the good copies, but they're always quality.
That's true. I guess the big boys claim Netflix isn't serious, nor shows any commitment about theatrical releases. Funny, talking about commitment.
What?
It sounds like your last relationship.
What the f*** did I say about that?
I don't
You
know
bring
what
that
to
up
say.
all the time.
I do. I think it's hilarious. Anyway, that seems to be all the time that we have. We could go on about your relationship.
Let's not.
Alright, well, I'm Ben Orlando.
I'm Mordecai Lecky.
And this has been This
This
Just
Just
In.
Now, please do not say last part.
And This Just Out.